October, but the Commission extended it by 4 days, and it concluded on the 12th of October. Now, during this continuous voter registration exercise, a total of 106,855 persons registered. But following review by the Commission, about 4,548 of those intending voters did multiple registration. So by the time the multiple registration was removed from the total, a total of 102,307 new registrants registered to participate in the FCT election. With this new registration, the total number of registered voters for the FCT moves from 1,570,307 to 1,680,315. And of course, it may interest you to also know that about 8,476 voters transferred out of the FCT, and about 775 voters transferred into the FCT. Following the conclusion of all these of the CBR exercise and the new figures for the registered voters in the FCT, the next exercise is the collection of the PVC by those who have registered newly and also those who are yet to collect their PVCs. Distinguished members of the press, the Commission has scheduled Thursday, 22nd January to Monday, 26th January 2026 for the collection of the PVCs. This will be done across the 6 area councils at the registration areas of the 6 area councils. And it will be done every day from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. A total of 128,396 PVCs are available for collection. This is made up of the newly registered voters as well as voters that requested for transfers and updates to their registration details. PVCs from previous registration exercises are also available for collection in this period. Let me emphasize that the PVC remains the only valid document that qualifies a registered voter to be accredited and to vote on election day. You will recall that this has been emphasized by the Commission and is in compliance with Section 47(1) of the Electoral Act 2022 that provides that a voter shall only be accredited for voting using the BVAS, and such accreditation shall be based on presentation of a valid permanent voter's card. Furthermore, Section 18 of the Act mandates the Commission to register voters and issue permanent voter cards to eligible Nigerians. I therefore wish to use this opportunity to urge the following categories of people to take advantage of this period of PVC collection and receive their PVCs. 1, all recently registered voters in the just concluded CVR in the FCT. 2, voters who have transferred their registration points from one PU to another within the FCT or from other states into the FCT. 3, electorates who requested for replacement of defaced PVCs and other registered voters in the FCT from previous CVR exercises that are yet to collect their PVCs. So all these categories of people are urged to turn out in this period of PVC collection. Let me emphasize that collection of PVC by proxy is prohibited. The Commission will not give anybody's PVC to another person on their behalf. You have to show up in person to collect your PVC. So I urge you, the media, to make that very plain and clear to people. The Commission counts on the media to amplify this message, and as usual, we are confident that this will happen. Now let's turn to the level of preparedness for the 2026 area council election. As of Saturday, February 2026, the area council election is fast approaching. I wish to take this opportunity to intimate you of the Commission's level of preparedness for the election. The election on February 21st, 2026 is to fill 62 councillorship seats and 6 chairmanship positions, making it a total of 88 electoral constituencies to be contested for. Acting within the provisions of relevant sections of the law, the Commission issued timetable and schedule of activities for the 2026 area council election in accordance with the law, which is 360 days to the election. The election timetable and activities are put in place to ensure the Commission operates within the provisions of the law. It is against this background the Commission scheduled and situates the preparedness of the election so far. And I wish to bring your attention to the conclusion of the following activities. Number one, the Commission monitored party primaries where candidates emerge that are the contestants for this election. It's interesting to bring your attention to the fact that one of the candidates that emerged unfortunately died, and as provided by the law, the Commission allowed the party to nominate a new candidate, and that candidate is for Igu Ward in Buari Area Council, and the late candidate was Zachariah James Dambaki, and the new candidate is Dambaki Titus. So that new candidate is now part of the list of candidates contesting the election. The Commission also commenced monitoring of public campaigns by political parties. We have taken delivery of non-sensitive election materials, which have been badged to the area council offices. We have opened portals for the accreditation of observers and the submission of polling agents by political parties. And of course, the registration of ad hoc staff that will be used for the election. These portals are ongoing now, and some of them will soon be closing down for final assessment. We have activated BVAS devices in readiness for their configuration for the election. We have engaged with a large pool of election stakeholders to strengthen the electoral ecosystem for successful conduct of the election. We have also commenced voter education sensitization activities across the FCT. We have published the final list of registered voters, and we have given the register of voters to political parties as required by law. We are collaborating with security agencies, with the police as co-chair of the security committee. We have commenced the training of election security personnel, which is ongoing also right now. And then we have commenced dialogue with the National Union of Road Transport Workers for well-coordinated logistics arrangements to ensure smooth and efficient conduct of the election. The Commission is fully aware of the unique responsibility that comes with conducting elections in the FCT, which now has over 1.6 million voters. These realities inform our planning and underscores our commitment to ensure diligent delivery of the election. As the election draws near, we wish to reassure the people of the FCT that we are committed to conducting an election that is free, fair, inclusive, and credible, in strict compliance with the law, the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. Therefore, on behalf of the Commission, I thank you once again for your continuous support and professionalism. I look forward to your cooperation in the weeks ahead as we work toward strengthening public confidence in our electoral process. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, sir. That is quite a lot of information to take.
In addition to that, the Commission introduced technology where you get alert of your PVC bill ready, or you can even check where your PVC is. And what better way to do it than to meet with stakeholders and tell them about the PVC collection, emphasize the use of the PVC as a primary mode of voting. The Commission continuously does that. Every meeting, I know even at the national level, the emphasis is on PVCs should be collected. And as much as possible, the Commission tried to make the PVC available at levels that is convenient. For example, we could say PVC is to be collected, that's the normal route at the LGA office. But the commission moves to RA level. That's to make it easier for people to collect. Financial constraint makes it not possible to move to PU level because the cost is astronomical. When you look at how many people you have to deploy, it's just like deploying for election. So as much as possible. And then even within that context, if you recall during the CVR, where we made special arrangement to move the registration to particular locations outside the registration areas, just to enable people, because we know the terrain. We know how difficult it is for people to come down to RA centers and get registered. So this same process will repeat itself on the PVC. We'll get some specific days where we'll have to engage people and pay some of the youth corpers to move to inner locations so people can get the chance to collect. This will likely happen within the weekend, where maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that people are not going to work or anything, and they can use that opportunity to collect their PVCs. So as much as possible, we continue to try and make it easy for people to collect, and then the people can meet us halfway and make a little effort to come and collect the PVC. The second question was, there's messages to voters about their PVCs, of course, and people get those. It depends on, and that's why it's very important when you are registering to give your telephone number and give your contact details, because these are the means that the commission uses to get in touch with you at different levels. And then about security, it's deliberate that we're starting PVC distribution on Thursday, and we're doing a security meeting on Wednesday. We have a security meeting with all the security agencies and the commission tomorrow. And from there, this is one of the issues we're discussing about deployment and security for the distribution of the PVCs. So it's good to emphasize that those planning to come and cause problem and collect PVCs that are not their own will meet the security people there. So it's very important for people to know that the process is being planned to be secured. PWD collection of PVC, well, we always have special arrangement with them. We met with Inclusive Friends, one of the PWD organizations, just last week, and we agreed that we are going to identify PUs that have PWD concentration, so that we'll be able to support those PUs during election. In terms of collection of PVC, we collaborate with them in so many areas. So of course, if they identify PWD that need to collect their PVCs, we can arrange for them to collect it with ease. They don't need to go and struggle and stay online to collect their PVCs. The next other question is about voter apathy. Voter apathy is something that we're all concerned about. From general elections to standalone elections, you always notice that turnout is usually between 35 to 42% or something like that in different elections. So it's a general issue in the country. And what is INEC's role? INEC's role is to create more confidence in the election. When people have more confidence that when they go to vote is going to be reflected, I think the turnout will continue to grow, as we are seeing in different standalone election. And then how are we going to measure success? Well, one of the things we use to measure our success is we tell you that we're going to deploy to the PUs, and by 8 o'clock we start voting by 8:30, and we are able to do it in 90% of the, over 90% of the PUs. We consider that success. If we are able to coordinate our voting process, count the votes, declare at the PUs, we consider that success. So those are areas we consider. And then, of course, when we have a peaceful environment, we'll be able to deliver on all those issues. We are going to extend PVC collection. Well, the period we announce now is to Monday. Well, of course, after that, PVC collection will continue, but at the local government office of the commission. It won't be at the RA level. Those who need it can still go to the area council offices and collect their PVCs up to, I think, just 2 or 3 days before the election. Then we'll stop it because we have to announce number of PVCs collected and those not collected. So after that announcement, nobody will collect PVC again. But once these few days to Monday finish, you can still collect your PVC at the area council office. Then, which other question? Okay, past lessons. There's something about past lessons. Well, like I said, we have done our lesson in the past election of FCT. We have seen where opening of the poll becomes a challenge, and this is because of some of the wards have so many PUs before you can deploy, and part of it is a challenge of transportation. We are addressing it right now. We are trying to create a situation where we open camps that are not too far from the PUs. And we are trying to arrange to have solid arrangement with the transporters. That's part of what causes all this delay. We are trying to see that for the first time we are going to have a very efficient arrangement with the transporters, so that people. So these are our lessons from the past. Those challenges that we face when trying to open and then trying to close and connect. So we are addressing those ones. Then there's a question about APC having 2 candidates. Well, as far as the commission is concerned, APC has 1 candidate because we announced a final list of candidates. If you see the list of candidates, there's only 1 candidate for APC. That is without prejudice to the court case that is going on. So if there's a judgment, the commission will obey the judgment. Anytime a judgment comes, the commission will obey the judgment. But for the meantime, there's a submission by the party. We have announced a submission by the party, and somebody has challenged it. And then when the court gives us a directive, we will follow it. So as of today, INEC has a list of candidates, and the APC has 1 candidate on that list, because we can't even publish 2 candidates for a party. But there's a challenge in court which is recognized, and we wait for the court to give the final verdict. Whatever verdict it is, the commission will obey it. And then, which one again? Training of journalists. Okay, let me take this one. PVC collection on weekend. Of course, you have seen the dates I gave. It's starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. Then, of course, when that period is over, and you are collecting from area office, you collect it on weekdays. You can't collect it on weekends. Our area offices are open, they are government offices, they open according to the rules of official opening. So after this period, you collect it on weekdays. But for this period of collection, Saturday, Sunday is included. And then the training of journalists. I am made to understand that there is still planned for a meeting with media executives. This one will be carried out with the chairman, not FCT. So you can see how journalists are very important. It's the national chairman that will take care of that one. So that meeting is coming. They will get in touch with you, and they will call you for that gathering. And then damaged PVC. Damaged PVC, I think it was addressed during the CVR. People were allowed to go to the portal and fill a form and fix collect a new PVC based on their damaged PVC. So that one has been has been addressed. For now, anything concerning the register is closed. You can't leave the register, you can't come into the register. The register is closed until after the election. In the FCT anyway. CVR is still going on in other parts of the country. But in FCT, you can't do anything with PVC anymore. You can't go to the portal to change your PVC, move your PVC, or move your location. You can't do that. That's already stopped. So if you still have damaged PVC now, it means you didn't follow when the CVR was going on. So you just be patient. The general election is coming. After the FCT election, you can still update your PVC and collect a clean one. So thank you. If I've left anything out, AS will take care of it, and then the other director.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. One is about the question of what are we doing to ensure collection. In addition to this press briefing that's going on right now, we have stakeholder engagement. Our electoral officers in all the area councils are having a stakeholders meeting today with every stakeholder. You notice that earlier on the electoral officer for AMAC was here and he introduced himself, and as we started he had to leave because his own stakeholder engagement is 12 noon in Kano. So right now, as I speak, we have stakeholders engagement going on in all the area councils. So that's to ensure that we move the message about this collection of PVCs, down to the grassroots. We have also engaged some CSOs right now who are in different area councils and some wards, also pushing this message across. So INEC has engaged civil society organizations who are experienced in information dissemination at lower levels. So we're also trying to make sure, we met with youth, we have a youth forum, we have WhatsApp platform with some youth leaders in the FCT. So quite a few other things to see. And then we are here today, and we are hoping that you're going to help us propagate this message as much as we can. Then on inclusivity, planning, how we're going to distribute PVCs. I just wanted to add that we have some colonies in the FCT where we know that there are some special, there are some groups of PWDs. We're going to move, we're making efforts to move their own PVCs because not in the CBR, like the Honorable say, we actually moved machines, devices to capture them. So we are planning to move their PVCs, like we have the leprosy colony in the FCT, we have one in Amak and one in Kwame. So we're going to move their PVCs to them to enable it, get easy for them to pick up their cards. And lastly, technology, we are deploying technology as much as possible. So we have the collection centers are available online, so people can know where they are going to pick up their cards. If you go, it was displayed earlier, I think you try and post that screen there. We have it at cbr.inecnigeria.org/location. cbr.inecnigeria.org/location. So if you go there, you will see the list of all the ward collection centers. You just select the state, which is FCT, select the particular area council you want, and then you see the list of our collection centers. So this can also help us push the messages out. So I just want to add this to what everybody said. Thank you so much.
Thank you.